Elizabeth, thank you. Meanwhile, Governor Tony Evers wants the state Supreme Court to overturn a ruling banning absentee ballot drop boxes outside of election clerks' offices. Today, Evers asked the court to overturn the 2022 ruling, claiming that the court misinterpreted what it means to return a ballot to an election clerk. Former President Trump claimed, without any evidence, that drop boxes led to voter fraud when he lost Wisconsin in 2020 election. Wisconsin law, however, is silent on drop boxes, which have been used for years in Wisconsin but became very popular during COVID in 2020.